What is going on, guys? So today I want to be talking about basically retiring with crypto, or kind of like a super easy step. So unlike most of the methods with cryptocurrency, I just want to keep this very simple and very, straightforward. And this is going to be a little bit of a slower method, but again, it is simpler. So also that means it's going to take a little bit longer, right? Because again, the more difficult it is, usually the higher the reward is, as well as the more risk. This is a very low risk method, very simple. So obviously it's going to take longer. Otherwise, every single person would do it. And within a year or two, everyone would be multimillionaires. So right here, right, you guys know crypto.com. I'm a huge advocate. No, this video is not sponsored, but I am a huge advocate of basically crypto.com. Now, here's the reason why. Because it makes it super simple, right? We're up to 14.5%, which is really good because inflation right now is at 8.5%. So we're going to calculate your rewards here. And, we're not going to really go with the stable coins. I really don't care for this because my main goal is having growth in the coin, not, just basically trying to keep up with inflation. Because if I were to do USDC right here at 8%, right, since I only have a CRO stake of $4,000, which is what I go with just because that is the amount I have, right, I'm getting 8%, which is 0.4% less than the inflation rate right now, which basically makes no sense. I want to use something that basically also I believe in will rise, right? So that's kind of my main thing. So I really like Cardano. Here you can see 3%, right? So we got Dogecoin as well, 3%, So you have a bunch of options, right? Stellar, 3%. If we go down here to Polygon, 12.5%. So this is the one that I want to be talking about because, again, this is one that is in my retirement portfolio. So right here, basically Matic amount USD $5,000. Right, so as you guys can see, they have different tiers now, which basically means they put a max on the percentage. If I type in $30,000, I still get that 12.5%. Now, if I basically type in $30,001, I only get 6.3%. So we're gonna basically keep it at $30,000. So when I did mine, basically, I got tier 1, and then I ended up going to tier 2. So here's the thing, basically, that means every single year I'm getting $750 in Matic, which means every single week I am basically making $72, or I'm making $300 every single month. Now, the point of me making this video is the nice thing about crypto.com. You're like, yeah, but if I put in 300,000, I only get 6%. That's not the case because you can have many different crypto.com accounts and you can use many different tokens. But again, we're going to keep this very simple, right? And we're just going to be using Matic. But actually, I'm going to be downgrading this, right? Because if you don't have the zero stake, you're earning 11%. So we're going to go to the compound interest calculator right here. So basically, let's just go with 11% of Matic. However, I do think it is very helpful, and I'll show you the reason why, just to have this and then over time upgrade that even more. So the very first thing that I would be doing is basically getting my CRO stake up to that $40,000 mark. That is the very first thing that I would do. But we're going to stay down here. So 11%, right? Initial investment, let's say we do that $30,000. Monthly contribution rate, you gotta want to be able to put aside what you can. So we're just going to keep reinvesting what we basically make every single month. Length of time in years, right? Let's say you're 20 years old and you want to retire by 30, and 11%. However, we're going to be doing this on a monthly basis. Actually, it's almost on a daily basis, but we'll just keep it at a monthly. So you can see that in 10 years, you will have $154,000. Now with $154,000, this will then basically times 5, which basically every week I'm making $300, or every month $1,200. Now, if we go here, right, and we use this, first off, then we have 40,000 in 0, which again is a completely different amount. But I'm going to copy and paste that here then. Command V. So here we go, and we're also going to be pulling up, let's pull up Matic here basically. and that way we can see exactly what is going on. Matic. So right now, currently at $1.15. If we go here to trading view, just really quickly, for my enjoyment. Yeah, I do apologize, guys. I'm been having a cold for so long, and it's been annoying the crap out of me. Right here, right, we can basically see 280. So over a 2x from where we're currently at, and if you guys watched my price prediction video, you guys know I think it's gonna go a heck of a lot higher. I'm thinking at least a 5x, which is super nice, because what does that mean? That means my $150,000 will not just be $150,000, but in reality, it will actually be $750,000 plus. Which at that point, if we have $750,000, right, and we're taking that at an 11% every year, we are basically making $81,500, or basically $82,000, which is super nice. But just for our enjoyment, right, 14.5% is what we're going to be doing now, and watch how much this actually changes it. And then not just that, right, we're basically making $83, which obviously basically means a little bit more, right? We're basically making around $40 more. So 160 to 320, 332. Let's just do 333 right there. Calculate. Now at 215. Now the reason I wanted to show this is because you guys already know I think Matic will do a 5x. So based off of that information, this will be $1 million. And then continue in order to get 14.5%, which means every year I am getting, right? So we're going to do a calculator here just to get the exact number. So right here, 215,697. 7 times 5 equals 1.07 million times 0.145 divided by 12. So within 10 years, I will be making $13,000 passively every single month. Now, this is very easy, very doable. Now, if you're thinking like, I don't have 30,000 or I don't have 40,000 in zero stake, here's a beautiful thing about that. I just calculate this based on the rewards paid weekly. This is if you put $0 into it from this point forward. That is basically if you have 40,000 in zero, right? Maybe one of the few that invested in zero before it had that big jump. I'm not gonna lie, I did not see that jump coming. I had about 4,000 in zero, and it went about, when it was less than 10 cents, and then it shot up. So I got lucky on that note, and the only reason I had 4,000 was because I wanted this right there, and it was very achievable for me at that time point, unlike the 40,000. And then that 30,000 in Matic, I basically just sold off some of my Bitcoin I had from earlier. That is how I got to that point. However, if you're just starting out, it is very simple to just put a couple $100, right? If you can basically every week put $100 aside, right? Let's say you don't even have this, right? You just have the 400 or less, and you have 30,000 in Matic, and every week you can put another $100 towards that, right? Or $137, right? You're basically every month you're just putting in $500 plus what is on top of this. So you're putting in $800 every single month, right here at 30,000 at 11%. You have $263,000. So the main point that I'm trying to make in this video is you don't have to be the smartest, you don't have to be the hardest working. As long as you're consistent for a small to medium or large amount of time, depending what your goal is, right? Because again, right now at my age, 21 years of age, and I'm doing this for 10 years, by the time I'm 31 years old, with just these numbers, I will have over $1 million in, since Polygon or Matic is basically going to 5x. Now, I put more in monthly, I'm not gonna lie, and I also have a lot more invested, right? However, here's the thing, if I basically add another 5 years on top of this, right? In 5 years, we're gonna go from 263,000 all the way to 518. Now, instead of then having $1 million, I will have 2.5 million just due to waiting an extra 5 years, and I will still be able to retire at 36 years of age. So I just wanted to show what consistency is able to get you. But again, this is super easy. You guys more than feel free to mess around with the numbers here, right? Choose the tokens, choose which one you want to believe, right? Ethereum, like for example, even with 40,000, I get 6%. So again, just be aware of this, and obviously that is kind of just an easy way to just keep staying consistent. Super simple, super easy in order to reach your financial freedom with crypto. Just going to take a little bit longer. However, being able to retire in 10 years sounds a lot better in my head than, going to a 9 to 5. I'm 21 years old, which means I would have to do that for another 40. I would have to do that for 44 years. I've had one 9 to 5, and that was at Kroger when I was 15. So I'm like, I don't know. So I would have to do this for another 44 years. I don't know, right? Instead, bite the bullet for 10 years, then enjoy the other 34, right? If you calculate it like that. So I don't know where you guys are in your life. I just wanted to make this video. Hopefully it helps. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me. Join our free Discord. I basically just send out stuff like this. I also have my full crypto retirement portfolio and everything up there with the percentages, not the dollar amount, right? Because my numbers are different from yours, and yours are different from other people in the group. So feel free to join that. Link in the first link down below. Other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow with another video. Peace out, guys.